Assalamu alaikum everyone. See, already I have explained you the lesson laws of motion. Okay, so here we'll see the quick revision of this chapter, that what we have seen in this lesson. Okay, so first of all we'll revise force. Force is what? It is an external effort which may move a body at rest or stop a moving body, or change the speed of a moving body, or change the direction of a moving body. Okay, so, and which can even change shape and size of body. Okay, so this is what force means. In any body, when the external force is applied, so whatever change is made into that body, that is just because of the external applied force. Okay, so here we have discussed effects of force also in this lesson. Here you can see some of the pictures related to the force. Until and unless we won't apply the force upon any body, we will not see any kind of change in that body. Okay, here is the types of forces given. We have seen about balanced force as well as unbalanced force. Balanced force means if from both the side the magnitude of the force, okay, the amount of force which is applied, when it will be same, so we say what? Balanced force. If two forces act on a body in opposite direction, and if both the forces are equal, then the resultant force acting on the body is zero. Such forces are called balanced forces. Now resultant force applied in the body is zero means because of that force, then the body will not show any kind of movement. Okay, then as I have given you during explanation, I have given you the example of tug of war which you are playing during your sports. Okay, so and here there you have seen that when both the teams are applying equal amount of forces, then the rope is not moving at all. But when one of the team is stronger than the other one, then the rope is moving, and that we say that team we call as winner. Okay, now unbalanced forces, if two forces act on a body in opposite direction, and if one force is greater than the other, then the resultant force is not equal to zero. Such forces are called unbalanced forces. Unbalanced forces changes the state of rest of the motion of a body. That is why we should remember always that to make any body into the motion, or to bring any body into the motion, we need unbalanced force. Okay, then force of friction we have seen in this lesson. Okay, what is force of friction? Force of friction is the force which opposes the motion of an object over a surface. Now you are playing with ball. Okay, so you know if you are throwing the ball and if the ball is suppose rolling along the ground, so one point comes when that ball stops. Okay, why? Because the ground is applying force of friction upon that ball, and force of friction is what? It is a force which opposes the motion of any object. Okay, then when you ride cycle, that time also you might have experienced when you give the brake, what happens? The force of friction is applied on the this wheels of the cycle, and due to which the cycle stops. Okay, so you remember that force of friction is nothing but the force which opposes the motion. This is important about force of friction, the force which opposes the motion of an object, okay, over a surface. Then in the lesson we have seen about distance and displacement. Okay, very clearly I have explained you giving the same example. Okay, that distance is what? Distance is the we can say the actual path. Okay, actual distance is you can say the measure of actual path between two points. For example, here is the Sheetal's and Prashant's house, and here is the school. So if we consider that if suppose Sheetal, while going to the school, if first she goes to the Sangeeta's house, then to the school, then this way means 500 meters, and this 12 plus 1200 meters we will consider as the distance. Okay, but actual in between these 2 points, okay, the minimum distance is how much? 1300 meters. So this minimum distance between these 2 points is what? Displacement. Okay, you remember this. Distance is what? Actual path between two distance is the measure of actual path between 2 points. Okay, and displacement is what? Displacement is nothing but the minimum distance between 2 points. Okay, then we have seen speed and velocity. Okay, we have seen the formula as well as this units also for even distance and displacement. You remember the unit is same. Okay, for distance and displacement the unit is meters and kilometers only, it is same. Okay, and here formula for speed and velocity we will see. Remember, the speed and velocity is actually same only, but here what is the difference? Speed is scalar quantity and velocity is vector quantity. Like distance is scalar quantity we have seen, and displacement is vector quantity. Okay, so remember the formula of speed is what? Total distance traveled upon time required. Whatever amount of distance is traveled in the given time, that is called as speed, and the amount of displacement which is traveled by any of the body in the given time is called as velocity. That is why the formula for velocity is displacement upon time. Okay, and the unit for speed and for velocity is meter per second square. Okay, meter per second, not meter per second square. The unit is meter per second. Okay, then here we have seen the uniform and non-uniform linear motion. This is also very easy. See, when will be the uniform motion? You know, when for example in 5 minutes or in half an hour, for example from 5 o'clock to 5:30. Okay, the distance covered by Amar in kilometer is 20 kilometers. Then again after 30 minutes you can see the difference between 5:30 to 6 o'clock. The half an hour difference is there. So again, if in this 30 minutes the distance covered by Amar is 20 kilometers, then again further more 20 minutes if he covers more 20 kilometers. Like that, if after every half an hour if he covers the distance of 20 kilometers, that is what? The uniform motion, okay, shown by Amar. But if suppose in 18 if suppose in first 30 minutes if Akbar covers 18 kilometers, then in next 30 minutes if he covers 36 kilometers, then in next 30 minutes 42. Like that, if the distance covered is not same in the same time interval, that means it is non-uniform linear motion. Okay, then come to the acceleration. What we have seen about acceleration? That acceleration is nothing but change in velocity upon time. Now what is change? Change in velocity means final velocity minus initial velocity. Okay, so acceleration is equal to change in velocity upon time. And remember that accelerations are of three types: positive acceleration, negative acceleration, and zero acceleration. In positive acceleration, what we have seen, that their velocity increases with time. As the time increases, velocity is also increases. Okay, then in negative acceleration, we have seen that when time increases, velocity decreases, means velocity decreases with time. Then in zero acceleration, we have seen that velocity does not change with time, means time goes on increasing but velocity is not showing any kind of difference. Okay, then in the same lesson we have seen circular motion also. Okay, so circular motion is nothing but when you can see, first I'll show you the example, then you will understand. See here, this ride, okay, is giant wheel, we say giant wheel, right? So this is what doing, this is showing circular motion, means it is moving in circular form. Okay, so this is this kind of motion. Okay, this kind of motion is called as circular motion. When an object is moving with a constant speed along a circular path, the change in velocity is only due to the change in direction. Hence, it is accelerated motion. When an object moves with constant speed along a circular path, the motion is called uniform circular motion. Example now already I have shown you. Now remember, in case of circular motion, the speed which is shown by the object, for that that speed, the formula is given circumference upon time, means the object which is doing circular motion, for that the formula of speed is changing. Speed is equal to circumference upon time. V is equal to 2 pi r upon t. Now why 2 pi r? Because see, the 2 pi r is nothing but the formula for circumference of a circle. Okay, so this will be the formula for speed of any object showing circular motion. Okay. Then here we have seen law of conservation of momentum. Okay, now when no external force acts on two interacting objects, their total momentum remains constant. It does not change. Okay, this is what law of conservation of momentum. One more is there: when two objects collide, the total momentum before collision is equal to the total momentum after collision. This law is based upon Newton's third law of motion, where both the objects are applying force on each other. Okay, this also have explained you in detail. Then here we'll see Newton's first law of motion, which is an object continues to remain at rest or in a state of uniform motion along a straight line unless an external unbalanced force acts on it. Okay, so remember, in the Newton's first law of motion, the word unbalanced force is important. Okay, as I have explained you about force, that when the balanced force will be there, you will not find any difference in the motion of the object. So to see the motion or to see the change in any of the object, we need unbalanced force. Okay, so this is what the Newton's first law of motion. Here are some examples for given for Newton's first law of motion, that unless and until you will not apply force, the object will not move at all. Okay, then here is what Newton's second law of motion. Okay, what is Newton's second law of motion? The rate of change of momentum is proportional to the applied force, and the change of momentum occurs in the direction of the force. Okay, for here you can see this this Newton's second law of motion is what related to momentum. Okay, momentum of this momentum of any body. Okay, so momentum is what it is, I explained you already, momentum is nothing but it is the product of mass into velocity of any body. Okay, so here a few examples for this second law is given. Okay, then the Newton's third law of motion is what? Every action force has an equal and opposite reaction force which acts simultaneously. Okay, means both the body, if one body is applying force on another body, so of course the another body will also apply the force on the first body. Okay, so on the basis of the Newton's third law of motion only the rocket is working. Okay, when the ignition is given to the rocket, so this fire which is ignited here in the rocket is applying force on the ground, and by that force the rocket is moving up. Okay, means towards the space. And here in this balloon also you will see when an air filled balloon is released, so what happened, the air which is coming out of the balloon is applying force against the ground, and that balloon you will find it is moving, the balloon is moving in the opposite direction. Okay, so here this way we have finished the revision of this lesson. Jazakallahu khair.